This is my audience. These are my shoes. Hello, parents, teachers, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2019. Thank you to everyone for being here on such a bittersweet occasion. 11-year-old Kiana always told her parents she wanted to be valedictorian, but I don't think she knew there was a speech involved. So if I don't cry and all you do, then this is a success. The amazing memories I've made make these thank yous a little bit harder, but hopefully I can leave a little advice for next year's class as well. I'm so honored to be speaking today, and I hope to do justice to this special occasion. If I'm being completely honest, there's nothing I've dreamed of more the past few years than this day. The often overwhelming homework, quizzes, tests, classes, sports seasons left me exhausted and ready to graduate. But now here we are on this day I dreamed of for so long, and I think that I could handle one more day. Maybe cheering at one more homecoming pep rally or throwing candy and footballs at the parade. I think that I could handle one more volleyball practice or passing out after an especially intense track meet. I'll miss the best grade ever at lip sync and seeing the classiest outfits on stage. I'll also miss the other little things like those warm summer days after school or practice where we're walking out to our cars and talking about everything and nothing at all. Things like winning every homeroom competition because Mr. Crawford gave us no alternative. The random dodgeball games and even the handball games in the old wrestling room. But mostly, I'll miss the familiarity of all the people who just said hi to me in the hallways or gave me a random hug. Mixed in with all of these good memories were a lot of difficult times in our classes and lives, and none of us got here through that alone. I wish it was possible to thank every person that contributed something amazing to my life, but they only gave me a few minutes on stage. My first thank you is to my parents because without them, I would not be here right now. They always emphasized the importance of good grades and hard work at even a young age, even though this led to me coming home crying after my first B+ in 6th grade. Thank you for supporting me like no other, and I'm so thankful that we got to have some of the best teachers in the world at Hinton High School, who are willing to help us through our sometimes very dumb questions, and were willing to talk to us when no one else would. I'll cherish things like Miss Brown's daily Grinch impressions, Miss Jacobs' efforts to make us fear her when we all know she's a softie, Crawford's tough love approach to teaching us life lessons, Mrs. Nelson's baking, Profe's fun fiestas, and her sometimes long speeches on penguins. To the parents who raised some amazing kids, thank you for supporting us and giving us all the things we needed to succeed. We will never be able to thank you enough or repay all of your selfless love. Also, I could not have made it through calculus and physics without Desmos, so a quick shout out there. I'd also like to thank every student who gave me an unforgettable memory. To the kids who always told the best jokes at the worst times, I will never forget the days you made so much better. And to my amazing friends, there will be no one that can replace the sarcasm and advice you gave me each and every day. To the quiet kids who broke out of their shell to join a sport or even just talk to me, you made me feel so special. The truth is, every chapter of our lives will come to an end. Sometimes we wish for those ends so much that we forget to enjoy all the good things that do happen. So my advice for next year's class is to stay on top of homework, especially if you take calc, because putting off homework is easy, but so is failing the class. Remember, even on the worst days, that there's some things worth being here for, and it turns out that teachers do know a little something. So pay attention every once in a while. Always remember the people who are genuinely kind to you and want the best for you, because those are the people that are worth keeping around. As I reflect back on my school experience, I cannot believe that it has been 14 years since I began my journey with some of you here at Hinton School. And whether I wanted to be here or not on some days, Hinton became a second home to me. But now this chapter is closing and it's time for a new one to begin. To end, I'd like to share some fitting lyrics from a familiar high school musical song. We're soaring, flying, there's not a star in heaven that we can't reach if we're trying. So we're breaking free. As everyone on this stage breaks free from everything that we've ever known and moves on to new adventures and possibilities, there's no limit to what we can achieve if we keep trying. Thank you. This is my audience again.